Hello, hello. This lesson's topic is Paco Serrano's bulería Falseta. Many years ago, could say 20 years ago, maybe more or less, for some reason I found many Paco Serrano's falsetas. And most of them were bulería falsetas. I remember that one of them I found from Classical Guitar magazine because there was an article about flamenco guitar, and Paco Serrano's falsetas were some examples about flamenco, and those falsetas were bulerias. But this falseta, what I just showed you, is not from there. But there is actually there's one element which were also there, and it's this that part. But during that time, 20 years ago, I practiced a lot of new material, and I played Paco Serrano's falsetas also, quite many of them, which I could be able to found. And I really like them, and actually this falseta is one of my favorite falsetas, bulería falsetas. It's really useful, it's really groovy, it's quite long, and there are lots of different techniques, and when you play with the thumb, pulgar, there are really good things what you can use, and also yeah, it's really flamenco falseta, I feel, really groovy falseta. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky and difficult. There are some important things to notice when you practice it. And about fingering, you'll see everything what I do here from the gam. There's no any really tricky places for the fingering. It should be quite clear what fingers to use here and there. One thing which can be a little bit tricky to find is this, when you play this difficult part here when you play, and it's really important that you do it like this with the index and then thumb. Then you get this the same feeling and the same accents. So remember, it starts with the index and then comes the thumb. About practicing, I recommend that when you start to learn this, you take couple of compasses, for example, two first compasses, then you practice them. Then after that, when you are finished with them, then you take the next two, and so on until you are finished the whole thing. But for example, to me, the most difficult part in this falseta was this one. It's not technically so difficult maybe, but rhythmically it's really difficult. And actually, when you have started to play this falseta and you are playing that part, you can spoil the whole thing if you don't play this correctly. And it took quite many weeks, I could say, that now I'm done with this falseta, now I can play it quite well. And it's really useful to practice with slow tempo and really think about the dynamics, how it should be played. Da-da. Da-da-da. Da. So those dynamics are really, accents are really important. If you just play it doesn't sound any good, as you notice. It's just notes with no life. It spoils the whole thing. And remember to play with the slow compass background and also without one, but really be careful that you produce a good sound and you play correct notes, and there's no any unclear things, that you really know what you are doing and what notes should be played and which should be not. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully you like this falseta. I like it very much, and yeah, keep on practicing and do it well.